forward twice energy straight into some straight purity. Let's talk about it. Attention, star seeds. Attention, light workers. Attention, root workers. Attention, conjure doctors. Attention, nature-based faith practitioners. Attention, spiritualists. Attention, diviners. Attention, prophets. Attention, the spiritually eclectic. Attention for those seeking the road less traveled. This is time-sensitive cosmic information, so you might want to catch this. This is time-sensitive cosmic information that you can use in your prayers, manifestations, and other spirit works. Beam up now via this video or the audio link in this video's description box to get this on the fly esoteric wisdom. Beaming up now. Ashe emojibatu Olodumare Bobo Egungun Ara Orun Bobo Orisha for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. Ekule if you're catching this in the evening time. Ekaro if you're catching this in the early morning's rise. I am iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, as always bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on your Saturn-ruled, Eshu-venerated Saturn Day, or your Sun-ruled, Obatala venerated Sun's Day. We are winding down your Saturn Day, August 24th, 2024, with the day vibrating on a 22-4. So there was a lot of 2424 energy, mastery energy, that is. 22 is a double feminine energy, with 4 being the number of foundations. And all of that just lands splat right in the middle of Eshu's crossroads. So choose things wisely. We are on your 9th Saturn Day of summer solstice. It is Ojo Abameta, and that's the day of 3 resolutions. So what 3 resolutions did you come up with? Because you're going to have all day Sunday to rest and reflect on them. That's if you take the time to rest and reflect. The moon tonight is waning in the second house of Taurus, so there's another 2 to add to all that 2424 energy that's winding down this Saturn Day night. And even numbers speak a lot to the feminine energy. So with all those 2s and 4s, this may mean it's time to even some things out, especially on the day of the week where the root chakra energy is the highest. If you've been kicking it on the mothership all day today, you had some root chakra healing at 12 a.m., your rising forecast, and then crossroad stories as told through classic hip-hop. Then you had some comedy from 8 o'clock coming right on into the forecast. But when the clock strikes 12 and Eshu passes that time clock to Obatala, then we're going to be on your rest and reflecting Sun's Day. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Did you like it here at the crossroad? The Jester's intersection? Then why don't you join me tomorrow for some R&R in the Alabaster Divine. That's www.poeticallymused.org/Alabaster Divine. Great place to spend a Sunday. See you there. Ashe. And we're back. So in case you're just now joining us, I'm iiiYansaje Muse, bringing you your 9 p.m. or 6 a.m. mystic forecast. So it is Sun's Day rising, August 25th, 2024, and we got sweet purity. And what makes it sweet? The day vibrating on Oshun's honey-coated 5. And this is the nice way to begin Virgo season on your 10th sun's day of summer solstice and the first of Virgo. The moon is waning still in Taurus, so this is where you want to release things that take away from what you really and truly value. Sunday is the day of the week in Yoruba tradition known as Ojo Aiku, or the day of longevity. And if you want some longevity in your life, you're going to have to park it, honey. Even the Most High took a day off. So take some time to rest, reflect, because when the body rests, the spirit can speak. So allow that to be. Sun's day is the turn up day for Leos, as it is the day ruled by the sun, and it is the day to relax, to recharge, and to prepare for another 6 day cycle. We are still cruising through Virgo season's first decan in its first few days. So if you were born between August 22nd and September 2nd, you are 100% Virgo. So as we shift into from fixed fire into mutable earth, let's take all that royal energy from Leo season and ground it. Put in that work so that our energetic and our material royalty can match. In the Kemetic way of the stars, we're still in the season of Geb, and until September 3rd, we are in the season of the coconut. And coconuts are very prominent in Ifa Orisha tradition, but we'll learn more about that in my exclusive orbit. If you were born on August 25th, then happy solar return. May the ancestors of Lotomade and Orishas bless you with many, many more, filled with Bobo Ire. And Bobo Ire just means many blessings. And Bobo Ife means all the love, so I wish you both. But I'm still going to do a little bit of zodiac draw snitching on you, so it is what it is. If you were born on August 25th, you have the characteristics of a leader. You are understanding, you're diplomatic, you're careful of appearances, and you seldom show any agitation on the surface. You are sincere, you're demonstrative in your love, and bitter in your hatred. Pick a congenial mate, and you will be very happy. Okay. So you can be a nice king or you could be an evil dictator, looks like to me, but I'm just gonna leave that alone. Anyways, all right, other 11 zodiac houses, haterade is not alkaline, so make sure that you are showing the Virgos in your life some love as they turn up in their season. And while you're at it, study your placements of house 6, Mercury, and Virgo, and learn about the Virgo energy in you, how to master it, where it's triggered, where it's effective. You get my drift. And if you come across some things in your natal chart that you may have questions about, then by all means, give me a shout at the number rolling across the screen, 314-200-0368. And that is the Mothership's mentorship and guidance hotline, where you can get some spiritual advice, some understandings in areas of your spiritual journey that you may find a little cloudy. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we are going to talk about the planets that have busted the moonwalk. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is Radio for the Road Less Traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Rest, restore, reflect, purify, gospel, white, old-time religion. Iba Obatala, Iba Rumila, sermons, humility. Welcome to Sundays on the Mothership. Ashe. And we're back. So, let's talk about all these planets that done busted the boomwalk on us. All right, first we got Pluto in retrograde, going in on May 2nd in Aquarius, coming out October 12th in Capricorn. And going in Aquarius is kind of like in spiritual grounding. Coming out in Capricorn is kind of, in a sense, using those emotions, using everything that Finn is going behind the seagull to run up the mountain kind of thing. But Pluto is the planet that ends one galaxy and begins another one. So, how does all of this pertain to your inner work and your inner self? Pluto's retrogrades are about taking care of the little things that make all the big differences. So you will kind of feel yourself slowed down a little bit because you have to close old chapters, carve out details that are very crucial to getting to your next level. Allow yourself to relax in that space. Okay, this is going to hit Pluto's harder than the other 11 houses. So if you are a Scorpio, more or close to a Scorpio, then invoke the patience of Obatala. Ashe. All right, the second planet that's in retrograde is Saturn. And Saturn went in a retrograde on June 29th in Pisces, will be coming out November 15th in Pisces. This is going to affect Capricorns and Aquariuses more than the other 11 houses. Okay? And in doing that, Capricorn and Aquarius being ruled by Saturn, Aquarius is kind of halfway because Aquarius is also ruled by Uranus. So Capricorns are going to be more affected than all 11 houses, but Aquarius is kind of partially. But, anyways, Saturn is the trickster planet, the grounding planet, the planet of power, carnal energy, justice, all of that. So, with that planet moving in retrograde, those of you that are working on the little things in Pluto's retrograde will be well and far out of the way when karma returns its packages back to the people that did you wrong. You will hear about these things, but send love and light and keep walking because you will be tested to see if you're still in your ego as far as gloating when people get their karma. So don't do that. While Saturn is in retrograde in Pisces, it's also calling your spiritual priorities into question. So you will be encountering situations that will bring you to examine your spiritual priorities on a deeper level. Choose wisely because there are rewards for spiritual mastery. Ashe. Okay, so we got Neptune in retrograde, and Neptune is kind of like the Aquarius energy with Pisces people because Pisces people are also have Jupiter. But with Neptune kind of being a stronger planet, when it's retrograding in its own house, Pisces, that's going to be really strong on Pisces people, more so than the other 11 houses. And because Pisces is retrograding in Pisces from July 2nd to November 7th, this is really going to strengthen that push to follow your spirit, or as the tradition calls, honoring your Ori. So you're going to be really honoring your Ori a lot because your dreams are going to speak to you. Very intense waking life encounters are going to come into play. And that's going to work hand in hand with that Pluto energy in retrograde and pointing out the little things that are going to make the bigger differences down the line. Ashe. Okay, then we have planet Chiron in retrograde that's going to hit all 12 zodiac houses, and it's retrograding in Aries. And we know Aries is the house of what? Forward drive. So, with that energy working with these other three retrogrades, your deepest childhood fears are going to come to surface, and you're going to have to face them head on because Aries is all about those ram horns to face those deepest wounds head on because it's the wounds that we tend to avoid that are the keys to our breakthroughs. So be prepared to come face to face with that, especially with Neptune heightening your spirit, Saturn returning karma, and Pluto pointing out the little things. Then, last but not least, we have Mercury in retrograde, And Mercury, of course, affects Geminis and Virgos more than the other 11 houses, going in on August 5th in Virgo, coming out on August 28th in Leo. So we're coming into the last 3 days of Mercury's retrograde. And we all know the drill there: travel delays, miscommunications, not a good time to start new businesses, adventures, projects, or relationships. Estranged people come back around, and these estranged people come back around to test you. So they're either going to come in that Neptune retrograde energy where they're meant to be a part of your spiritual soul tribe. They're either coming in that in between, that crossroad energy where peace needs to be made so both people can go on their separate journeys more whole, or they're just a toxic knock at the door to see if you need to learn any new lessons twice. And that's where you just trust your discernment. And we are 5 days away from Mars retrograde that is coming up on September 1st. I'm going to take a quick break with my whistle, and when I come back, I'm going to come with your Sunday Oracle message, complete with scripture. I am iiiYansaje Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Ori, the Poetic Incantation, written by yours truly. I painted this a crown lavender for you. Listen. Ori, Ori, voice of the god, voice of the goddess, that slice of Olodumare in you, in me, the spirit, and all living things, Iba Iponri. It must be open, open to receive, the first womb in us all to conceive. Downloads. Obedience results in divine tales to be told, and a sight to behold you become. But the ego suffers marriage casualties, so don't run. Surrender, and life gets fun. So come, the sun awaits to caress your pineal. It gets real when your vision shifts. Your soul will sing Aretha riffs as your spiritual gifts get discovered. You'll love it, Ori. Ori. Iba Iponri, spirit of the consciousness where thoughts and experiences nest, rest, processed and harvest perception, the body, the spirit, and soul's constant birth, death, and resurrection. Once erected, discern to protect it, become more selective. Humility keeps it open, open to correction, and you're a constant painted brush of imperfect perfection. Ori, Ori, the first mind. How 8th and 9th chakras connect to third eyes, and like owls you'll grow wise, and the pigeons may despise, 'cause it may make you look pompous, but actually it's your compass, through labyrinths, turn new neural pathways that irrigate your own ways. Oh, genius. Live and love the god and goddess embodiment and mean it. Ori. Ori. That light switched on from within, see. Those who seek union with their spiritual double tend to steer around troubles more fluently. Instinct creates distinction between intelligence and imbalanced thinking, and more easily visible are tricksters that come with booty shaking and eyes winking. Choices and actions switch the tonics you're drinking, and you're tasting the sweetness of molasses divine living, and you just shivered if this resonates. So birth the seeds that all your divine mind incubates. Shift the math, shift the math, shift the math, then recalculate a new totality, or re-onire that higher reality. Ori, Ori, Olodumare in you and in me. Assisted by the Orishas, speaking through mounted street preachers, forces of our natures, then life becomes a teacher, with blessings in tow for those who keep reaching, to beseech thee, highest you, the highest me. Raise the vibration and the world beams up collectively, so let's just be aligned with Impori, Iponri, Ori, Ori, the lock and the key. iiIyansaje Muse, moon waxing in Scorpio. Ashe. From Headdress First, an overview and workbook for your Ori. The Art of Spirituality, Volume 1, written and produced by iiiYansaje T Mused. Available now. See the link in my profile. Oh, and beam up to 222.9 the Mothership on Sundays at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time to hear excerpts of this book infused with contemporary gospel and a smooth jazz groove, all in veneration to the King of Iba Obatala. Ashe. And we're back. So if you are seeing this part of tonight's forecast, you are tapped into divine algorithm and this message is for you. And it's a beautiful message indeed as the oracle card speaks on abundance. And by Sunday being an R&R day, when I think of abundance, what the Spirit is giving me is be thankful for all the abundance you've received over your life. Be thankful for the abundance you have right now. And that's how you align with the energies to, bring in more abundance in the future. Because something big is in progress with you. And if you're seeing this, then your faith has really been tested. But your abundance is in progress. So it's important that you keep your crown chakra aligned with manifesting energy, as opposed to the days when you were in survival mode. And in flipping the deck, you got victory standing on top of a mountaintop. So celebrate your victory and get ready for a magical moment. And magic, certain people call it magic, others call it faith, but we all acknowledge that greater absolute that is higher than us all. And in the scriptures, we got 1 Peter chapter 5:7 that says, cast your care upon him, for he careth for you. And on the other side, it says, John chapter 6, verse 47, verily, verily, I say unto you, he who believeth in me have everlasting life. And I'm going to take that a level up, because when you believe in an external God, you are also believing in a God within. And when you align the two, you cannot lose. And many of you have been living in alignment more than you realize. And this is why the universe is telling you to kick back, take in your abundance, embrace your victory, and know that the divine is working magical moments in your favor. And there's something really beautiful to relax your Sunday sentiments on. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled, 222.9. Beam up. You know what makes me the king of all Orisha? My patience, my humility, my cool head, and my never-ending strive for spiritual purity. Obatala. The Sun Collection, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutiq. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Thank you for joining me for this forecast. I certainly hope that you gain some things that will help you align and have a beautiful and divine Sun's Day. If you are listening at Saturday night, then it's still in the carnal essence, and we about to get nasty with music from the Notorious B.I.G. and Joshua Showtime Williams on my Saturday nightly vision of what love looks like. And that's when it gets real carnal and kind of freaky, but that energy is a part of the human experience, and it is what it is. Grow up. If you are listening at the Sunday hour, 6 a.m., then stay tuned for the Rising Bimbe to Obatala before we let the church say amen. Either way, remember, The sky is big enough for us all to be stars. So in the words of George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. This is 222.9 The Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, The Mothership. Beam up.